Hi everyone, welcome back to our Four Corners of Retirement series. Today we're diving into a topic that's really important but not often talked about, long-term care. Now, you probably get plenty of mail about Medicare, Social Security, or investment products, but rarely anything about long-term care. And yet, it's something that can impact almost every family. So let me ask you, have you ever thought about long-term care? Maybe you've seen a loved one go through it. Maybe you've been a caregiver yourself. Either way, this is one of those areas of retirement planning that deserves a closer look. So, what exactly is long-term care? Simply put, it's help for people who can't manage some of the basic everyday tasks of living on their own. We call these the activities of daily living, or ADLs. And there are 6 of them: bathing, dressing, eating, transferring, like moving from a bed to a chair, toileting, and continence. Those are the 6 activities of daily living that determine when care is needed. Now, if someone can't do at least 2 of those things, or if they have a cognitive impairment, that's when long-term care comes into play. Where is this care received? This type of care can happen in a few different places. It can happen at home, with a caregiver helping for a few hours every day with things like meals, cleaning, shopping, or bathing. Or if home care isn't possible, it can be in a facility, an assisted living facility, a skilled nursing facility, or a nursing home. Now, here's the part that usually makes people sit up: the cost. Care at home, a caregiver, that's at least $25 per hour. An assisted living facility, that's around $6,000 per month or more. And a nursing home, often $10,000 or more per month. And remember, that's per person. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions I hear is this: doesn't Medicare pay for that? The answer is no. Medicare does not cover long-term care. It might pay for up to 100 days in a skilled nursing facility if you're recovering from something short-term and you meet the requirements, but that's it. After that, it's on you. So who pays for this kind of care? There are really 3 main ways people pay for long-term care. The first, out of pocket. This is called self-insuring, pulling money from savings, retirement income, or even selling assets to cover the cost. The second one is Medicaid. This is the state program, called Medi-Cal in California, but you have to qualify. Usually that means spending down most of your income and assets first, and keep in mind, the state may try to recover costs later from your estate. And the third one, long-term care insurance. This is where an insurance plan can help pay for the cost of care, whether at home, in assisted living facilities, or in a nursing home. So, why is planning ahead so important? Well, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, that's the federal agency that oversees Medicare, about 70% of people age 65 and older will need some sort of long-term care in their lifetime. That's 7 out of 10 people. And without a plan, these costs can eat away at savings quickly. In fact, medical and long-term care expenses are one of the leading causes of bankruptcy for people over 65. And yet, Nationwide Insurance did a survey and found that over 1/3 of people who have a financial advisor said they never discussed long-term care costs. Why? Because the topic never came up. So how does long-term care insurance work? Here's the simple version. You pay a premium to an insurance company, and in return, you get access to a pool of money, for example, $200,000, that can be used to pay for care when you need it. When does it kick in? Once a doctor can certify that you can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, or if you have a cognitive impairment. At that point, most policies have what's called an elimination period. Think of it as a deductible. Often it's about 90 days, could be more or less, where you're paying for the first 90 days of care, and then the insurance starts covering your care from your pool of money. These policies are very flexible. You can customize how much coverage you need, how much of your estate you want to protect, and how much you can afford. So why do people get this type of coverage? There's 3 main reasons. Number 1, to protect assets. Care is very expensive, and insurance helps prevent draining savings or selling assets that's meant for family. Number 2, to maintain independence. Having coverage gives you the option to stay at home with professional help if that's what you want, or receive care in a facility. And number 3, to have more control. You get to choose how and where you receive care rather than relying solely on family members or state programs. So now that you've got the big picture, have you and your family talked about long-term care? Because here's the truth. No retirement plan is complete without a plan for long-term care. If you'd like to go over your situation and see what makes the most sense for you and your family, let's set up a time to chat. Thanks again for joining me in our 4 Corners of Retirement series, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll keep working on preserving your retirement and making sure you never run out of money. We'll see you on the next one.